Everyone, we're heading out to Downtown Disney. It is finally open. Super excited. We're going to see what it's like. We're going in the later afternoon, so hopefully we missed whatever the crazy initial rush was. We'll see what life is like, what the requirements are for entering, and give you all the information you're going to need to know to stop by this weekend.
And we're home.
Okay, so as we pulled over there, the parking lot was closed.
Yeah, let's break it down for y'all. Well, for those who don't know me and know my face, everyone knows his face. It's Jay. I'm Ari. I'm the video person behind the camera for Eat the Magic. So we were driving over there. We take the usual freeways to get over. It's a 10-minute drive from where we live to downtown Disney. And when we went to our usual turn to turn into the Simba Lot, because that was the only lot that would be open for the downtown Disney reopening, and lot was full. We went into the other entrance. That was also full too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, we left the house around 5 o'clock.
The idea was to head out after work, and there's not a lot going on in downtown Disney right now, so we didn't think it was going to be. It'd be people there, obviously, but we didn't think it was going to be locked off.
Because I was paying attention to the bum rush on Twitter and on Mice Chat. It's like, okay, there's going to be people there earlier in the day, pick up whatever merch, and then leave before the weather gets warm. Because it's been pretty warm out here in Southern California. Because, let's be honest, there's not much to do in Anaheim's downtown Disney. And it used to have a reputation as like a hangout spot, but
even
not
before
anymore.
it got closed down, there really wasn't a lot going on. The AMC Theater had been closed down, and a lot of the restaurants had been closed down, primarily because of some uh, hotel plan that did not go through. But the only thing that's opened up from those things that closed was Roll of Sandwich, which I hear is really great. But outside of the World of Disney, kind of Disney store place, the dress shop, and I believe Disney Home, a lot of the other things are shops you can find at other locations, or eateries you can find at other locations.
Like, yeah, I can always go to Sephora. Like, I could just buy online.
Team favorites like Jazz Kitchen,
La Brea Bakery, I love the breakfast there.
Can't say it.
Tortilla Joe's.
All those things were just closed. So all the team favorites were just. So it's like, yay, Starbucks.
Yeah, there's a Starbucks there.
Jamba Juice.
There's Naples, but that's just pretty much standard pasta, and you can have that anytime, really.
That's usually the team is sitting there going like, oh, our movie got out at 8:30 and all the restaurants are filled. Oh, we can go to Naples.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we can go to movies there anymore.
It used to be, again, before like they closed everything down there to make way for this hotel construction. Like, downtown Disney used to be a really happening place for like locals to like just kind of socialize, and now it's pretty much the place you go to if you need a break from the theme parks to go grab some Starbucks or to do some shopping.
And that's of course just sad because of what it used to be. And I remember what it was when I was in high school and when I was in college. So seeing it as it was in 2019 and the beginning of 2020 was not, seeing this version of it wouldn't have been all that different. It probably just been a little bit more sad just because the team favorites are gone when we used to go as a team and watch movies and have fun, or go friends or family and have fun. So we think we are theorizing that the reason why it was all closed off is everyone was there to grab the Disney merch. There was videos and stuff of people bum rushing and knocking each other out of the way.
And there's like,
merch.
yeah, I was like watching the video's already going viral. It's people going into that section of World of Disney where they have all the latest merch. So like Spirit jerseys for the 65th anniversary, all the 65th anniversary merch dropped today, and people were trying to bum rush to get all that merch. And like, oh, bye-bye social distancing. So it's just people trying to bum rush, and the people videotaping of said bum rush was just like crowded in that area. I mean, granted, like, it did get better later in the day because there were people like just showing photos like, okay, it's only that section where people are bum rushing to, but not many people are bum rushing to other parts of World of Disney because they're also doing a virtual queue to get in because they saw that people were lining outside all the way to Harbor Boulevard just to get into World of Disney. I mean, I like World of Disney, but it's not worth it to me if I have to wait outside in a virtual queue.
Between special events at the park, D23, and what have you, we've seen how ugly Disney fans can get about certain types of merch. and they will trample and say horrible things and do horrible things just to get
Invasion of the
that
Karens.
one new special spirit jersey or that one new set of ears or
And
that
it's not
one
worth it.
new whatever. And it always has driven me up the wall because I know I'm not a Disney merch person, but even for stuff that I do collect or that I do enjoy as my hobbies, I don't think I would like tackle people and like beat them up to pull the thing out of their hands and go, no, it's mine. Unless I really didn't like the person, then I might do that. But that's more because I didn't like the person and less because, you know, my life is too tied into my hobbies.
And I know there was like a lot of people who really wanted to see like, hey, what's opening day of Downtown Disney looks like. Well, sorry, we couldn't give it to you. Like, while like, yeah, we wouldn't normally go to Downtown Disney unless we had any purpose. Like, example, we're going to the parks and like, hey, let's just step into World of Disney, or like, hey, I'll go step into the dress shop and just grab like a skirt or something.
And even in Downtown Disney, I could go to one of the confectionaries and get the Cheshire Cat tail, just
And like the
marshmallow
toffee
stick,
bits. I like the toffee.
the toffee bits.
Mhm.
Or I know that one of their churro things was open, though I don't know if it has any of the. It probably has none of the unique flavors.
They do have unique flavors, but it's not Disneyland churros. It's like their own brand of churros.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah,
Let's
hence it's
start
called
with that.
California
Not eating that.
churros.
But the point is, there's like one or two little locations where we might be able to find some sort of snack for me to do as a video. But it was more a point of seeing what the process was going to be like, how popular it was going to be. Obviously, we found the answer to that one.
Pretty
And
popular. So
as for
popular
process,
that
there's enough people
were
posting
driving
online
in.
about
early.
masks, social distancing, sanitization, stuff
And
you
they had
expect.
signs all over the place, of course, wear your mask, 6 feet apart, use sanitizer. We have hand sanitizer stations all over, temperature checks. But even then, like they said, I was reading, and a few sources had mentioned that there weren't a lot of social distancing, like line markers to get into downtown Disney.
Unlike, say, when we went to Knott's to grab the chicken.
We have the social distancing circles.
2 videos, they had little position pads, or circles, whatever you want to call them, at the places where a line might happen. And I really appreciated that. That was a really smart decision for them to make. We didn't see any, or so far any video evidence or photo evidence has not shown that those exist at Downtown Disney. Is one of the things we did want to confirm for ourselves, because obviously there's no better account than a first-hand account.
And we just kind of wanted to see what it was like, because sometimes people will exaggerate things online, or like you were there for the first like hour or so with the bum rush, but we want to see what it was like without any bum rushing. And we were hoping, okay, later in the day, it's after work, probably just go in, grab a Cheshire Cat tail marshmallow wand, grab some ice cream over at Salt and Straw. Maybe grab like a grab and go over at a Earl of Sandwich and just like eat it at home, just kind of walk around for like a little bit.
Because let's face it, I do need like food content to get on this channel. It would be really nice.
I mean, as pedestrian as the marshmallow wands are, hey, it's content. But
yeah, I did that into the Halloween or the Christmas. It was the Christmas stuff.
yeah, that was a Christmas.
The
toffee churro one.
Yeah, with
Can't
the
spot that
chunks
as for us.
of candy cane chunks on it.
That was good.
That was actually really good. That was a suggestion from our friend
Candace.
Candace.
Cherries Crystal 66 on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
She's awesome.
But getting back to the thing is, so we could have gotten some content out of that. That would have been nice. It would have just been interesting just to see things for ourselves.
And you know what?
I don't
usually
think it's
when
a huge loss us not going.
Yeah, but usually when they say like a lot is full, they would direct you into like an alternate lot. But I guess that was all that they could hold for the day, because I theorize if attendance reaches a certain cap, that's it for the day, and they're not going to let anyone else, even if people are leaving, just so they can maintain like the germs of people getting in. I don't know. I just kind of a theory I have, because normally like if people leave, they'll let people in, but it doesn't look like that's the case, because I was just looking at photos of what downtown Disney looks like at around like 7 o'clock our time, and it looked like there wasn't like a lot of people there. So are they just not letting in like once a park, like
that would be my theory, instead of keeping track of who's coming and who's going, just once we hit this number, stop it.
Even if people are leaving, okay, so are they just gonna cap it or something?
I think it's what's going to be, and I think it's going to be this popular for, obviously, for the whole weekend. This is filmed on Thursday when it actually opened. So for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, possibly even Monday, I think it's going to be like this. I think after that it'll start tapering down.
And who knows? We'll probably just go like in like a week or two from now, and just kind of see how it is.
I'd like to go when there's more things open. I don't know how fast other stuff's gonna open. Heck, I don't know if those things will ever open again. We could be stuck in a world of just, hey, these places you liked, sorry.
I mean, the VR place already closed down, and also this is not.
I wanted to be the Avengers of the Tony Stars. Like,
also, technically, this is not a part of downtown Disney. But while we were like exiting over to while we were making the left turn on Catella, we noticed that one of our favorite restaurants. It's not associated with downtown Disney, but we found out it was being demolished. The restaurant's called Tiffany's Family Restaurant,
and it was this little place we'd go to with the whole team after conventions and things like that. It was go to after WonderCon.
Anything that was happening at the Anaheim Convention Center. It's your typical greasy spoon place. Like, I know we had one of your birthdays over there right before we saw Endgame.
Yeah, because it was a nice little. We could get really good Sundays there, but also because there's the AMC in downtown Disney. So why not just go to a place the whole team enjoys? We had, I think, 4 of us.
Yeah, the 3 of us. It's you, me, and my sibling.
Yeah, but it was fun, and then we got to watch. Was it Endgame?
Endgame, yeah, it was Endgame on your birthday.
Okay, so that was a pretty awesome birthday. Man, this year was going to be Black Widow. That would have been awesome, but whatever. The strangest thing of this whole debacle for me was that when we were denied access to downtown Disney, I got like in a super depression ball. I just like it's
and I'm like a robot. Really? For downtown Disney? Really? Being depressed over downtown Disney? What's up with that, Jay?
And it took me a while to think about this, and if time's passed, obviously it's dark outside, as you can kind of see, so obviously some time's passed since we
had shubbery.
I started to realize it's not downtown Disney. I don't care about downtown Disney. Downtown Disney went from a fun hangout place to we got to walk through this to get to the park. And that is a huge indictment on downtown Disney and how it needs to be revitalized.
It really needs a facelift.
But what it is that it's kind of like having a small sample flavor of the parks. Like, okay, yes, I know I'm not going to be able to go on California Screamin' or Incredicoaster or whatever. I'm not going to be able to go on, Pirates or Haunted Mansion or whatever. But at least I can kind of just walk in that zone and have a refresh of some of those memories that has made the resort area in and of itself a major part of my life. And I think that's what it came down to, is just that I wanted to recapture that little fragment of fun prior to the virus and everything. It was almost like mundane going to the parks. It was kind of like hey, I'm bored, it's Saturday.
Let's go to Disney.
We're going to go to Disney, we're going to go to Knott's. I would flip a coin, okay, not literally, but, it'd be one of those, like, I haven't done Knott's in, like, a month. Let's go Knott's. Let's go grab a
let's go take selfies with Snoopy and friends.
And let's go on Silver Bullet, and let's see if
Honka Mine Train.
For Ghost Rider isn't completely insane.
It always is.
It always is. But that was one of those things where it's like a mundane part of life. But I didn't realize how much of my life had really become. But between this channel and just because it's one of those things that kind of became a hobby, especially roller coastering over at Knott's really did a huge boost for me. Disney gets very banal after a while for me, ride-wise. As much as I love Pirates and Haunted Mansion, I like thrill rides, and Knott's has that perfect blend of enjoyable thrill rides and safety, as opposed to a different roller coaster theme park we have that is a much longer drive from Orange County.
Enchanted Hilltop?
Let's call it that. And how I feel that place is lacking in the safety department. Which is why there's no reviews or anything from that park. Also, there's nothing there for me to eat. It's a pain to drive and a whole bunch of other issues. But I think that's part of what I just miss that. Like I think when we went to grab the chicken and do the video of the Knott's berry market and stuff like that, I was in a much better mood. I realized what it was. It was just, this is like that little scoop, a little sample flavor of a park I really enjoy, and I think that's what I wanted. Like I was like looking forward to it. I was like, oh my gosh, I can go to downtown Disney again. I was little Baskin Robbins flavor scoop of Disney, and it was denied me. And I think it hit me harder than I was expecting, and it took me a couple hours to kind of get off of that, and it was kind of weird because. That's not anyone who knows me. It's just like Jared would not care if you missed out on downtown Disney.
So I'm like, really, for downtown Disney?
And I think that's what it was. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. It looks the same thing when the parks open. If they close the lot at like 10 o'clock, I'm like, that's it, no more. It's 10 o'clock, and I'm like, I think I'm just gonna be crawling under my desk with like a bottle of booze and going like, well, just wake me up tomorrow and make sure I drink some water, you know, because I think it's gonna hit me harder if I can't go to the real parks.
So you kind of miss that. So what I'm getting at is you're missing that feeling of like just going into something that you enjoy and love, and that kind of symbolizes that. Not so much downtown Disney itself. Downtown Disney is more of like, okay, this is kind of like returning to somewhat of a normal state.
It also represents that, yeah, a little bit of that too. You're right.
Rather than like just being cooped up at home, and at least you get to go back to some place that's familiar, because I'm one of those crazy people that keeps track of how many days they're in quarantine, and we're up to 110 on my watch.
That is crazy.
Yes.
And then part of it comes from like a jealousy. I'll admit it. Actually, technically, it's envy, not jealousy. Use a dictionary, people. My envy of the people on the East Coast that have Universal Studios open, they have Legoland open, they just got Magic Kingdom open, and they have Disney Springs open.
And Animal Kingdom also opens up soon too.
Yeah,
they open up tomorrow.
They have things. Oh wow, that's
so
just like
Animal.
Like
technically today was a pass holder preview day.
Oh, okay.
And then tomorrow is official opening for AK and MK.
Okay.
And then next week, Epcot and Hollywood Studios will follow suit. And I know Hollywood Studios, that's your baby park.
It is. So from my perspective, I don't have those options. It's not like I'm like, all right, let's head on down. I'm going to go to Animal Kingdom. I'm going to go to Tusker House, or I'm going to go to not Bengal Park, what do they call it over there, Yak and Yeti. Or I'm going to go on Everest, which is honestly one of my favorite.
It is a strong e-ticket.
Favorite Disney rides in general. Especially when you get to that, like when you're vertical, that vertical park is great. Just hanging there for that second. Oh, so we do something like that, or we would go to Magic Kingdom, and the Pirates is not good. But Haunted Mansion, actually, might say this might be blasphemous. I think I might like theirs a little bit more than ours, just a smidge.
How do you feel that there's no stretching room sequence? You just like kind of like walk in, past the elevator, and then go
they'll be off for the time being, but eventually life will be back to normal. The stretching room will be the stretching room. So I'm not too worried about that. I can skip a scene because I can still go through the gallery. I still get to go to a swing and wake. I still get to hear Madame Leota do the calling out to the spirits. You know, I still get a spook to follow me home. You know, I'm still gonna have all of those things, so it's fine. And hopefully, I can hear like out of towners make the comment go. The little kids going like, well, I don't want a ghost to follow me home. Oh, that's so good.
I love that part when we were visiting World.
That was so great at World, and then the parents are trying to. It's a whole fun story. I'll tell it in another form. My point is, I would like to be able to do those. I mean, Universal and Islands of Adventure are the number one thing I want to do.
We haven't gone there yet, but if any of our followers and friends in Florida want to show us around Universal and Islands of Adventure, we'd really appreciate it.
Because. And I want to take my family as well because I want to show them, you know, the expanded Harry Potter world over there. And I want to go on Hagrid's so bad. I hear it breaks down a lot, so I'm very much worried about that. But I want to get on that motorcycle. I want to be on Sirius's motorcycle jetting around through the forest. And yes, the motorcycle actually does belong to Sirius. Read the first book.
For someone who was a casual fan.
I know a lot of hardcore weird trivia. It's because my brother and my dad are both like Potterheads, and I've absorbed it. You know, like we used to play the scenic game, and I knew all the spell names just because of being around them so much. It's great. Fun fact: my Patronus is a snake with wings. And I would really like to do that. And of course, when what's called Epic Worlds opens, like I will fly out there for opening day if I can.
And we do have the freaking flyer miles for that.
Oh, Epic Worlds! I'm gonna go to Nintendo Land. That rumor of them maybe bringing back some of the old rides means I could finally go on T2, the ride, for the first time ever, because I never got the chance to go on it because I didn't go to Universal for a very long period of time for personal reasons. Don't worry about it. And you know, I want to go back on ET again. I can't do that out here. I want to go on their version of Mummy, which is supposed to be good. versus
Mummy, the good
ours,
version.
which is complete garbage.
Yeah, don't go on the Mummy out here.
So I have a little bit of that envy for the East Coast too. They can do stuff. I'm not allowed to do stuff. Is what I'm learning here. They're like, no, you shall not pass. And I would like to pass. I'd like to pass go. I'd like to collect $200, please. Actually, I could really go for that 200. If anyone wants to just give me the $200 and say you passed go.
All right. Any closing thoughts?
I guess what I'm gonna say is I don't think we're gonna do a, hey, we're walking around video. I mean, maybe we'll put something on the Instagram stories or something when we're like, hey, we're here.
I think we probably might give Downtown Disney another try, like maybe like within a week or two.
Yeah,
it's no rush for us to go. Again, even before Corona happened. Like, you don't really go to Downtown Disney.
There's one video there. It is the Salt and Straw, because we wanted to try some of their sea salt ice cream flavors and things like that. And that was with team member Deb, which was a lot of fun. But other than that, there's not like a lot of like, I mean, like I said, the Churchill Cattail, like whoop-de-doo, but sure, I'll cover it just to have content. But I would like to see, what if they start announcing what else is going to be opening up. And
I'd be down for grabbing beignets. I miss beignets.
And I really hope that they do something to revitalize Downtown Disney, because it's like watching a. It's like having one of those time-lapse videos of like a really, really pretty garden just like not being watered and just turning into like brown grass and wilted flowers. You're like, no, don't rot away. I like you. So hopefully that happens. Everyone over in the East Coast, you guys are so spoiled with Disney Springs. You have no idea how much better that is. I'd like to try paddlefish.
I saw a video about paddlefish. I'm like, I want food.
Yeah, you guys have so many better restaurant options. You guys have those cool taxi boats, and you got Jocks, and a Uniqlo for all your shirt needs. So
hey, don't knock Uniqlo. You shop there all the time.
I do shop there, but
that's your go-to shopping place for shirts and pants.
Mm-hmm. Because all the other places I used to shop have closed down. I guess the final thought here is that we'll probably have some sort of video type thing related to
eventually,
Disney, but it's not even a priority. Now that I know, like, it'll emotionally affect me if I get rejected. I'm not saying I'm afraid to go again. It's really more a point if I think I'm prepared now. That if we're rejected again, I'm gonna go, whatever. Let's go grab some fast food or.
Yep, and we did actually grab some fast food.
So just kind of is what it is. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad we tried. I'd rather try and not be able to go than to just stay at home. It's like, oh, it's probably going to be packed anyways. It'll be crazy. But, like, I hate those people who don't try and they give, like, the stupid excuses. And I don't like being... I'm not stupid excuse guy, and I would hate to be put in a position where I could potentially be stupid excuse guy. I would much rather be the, hey, we tried, didn't work out. It's okay. There's not a lot there anyways.
Anyway, just a quick plug. I am making like these theme park theme face masks. These are ready to be shipped. They're already ready made. So if you're interested, you can check out my shop in the description. I can't talk right now.
I couldn't say La Brea Bakery earlier, so
yeah. This is a Dole Whip theme one. And we also have one based on the Tightrope Walker right here for skirt pattern. And we also have like Haunted Mansion, Tiki Room. So if you need like one of these accordion style face masks for your theme park needs, or just want to wear them in general.
These ones put the wire in it?
Yes, these had the wire ones. So what do you think of the...
I like the wire ones. Worked a lot better than the earlier ones used to make. So the wire one has been very nice. And you can see that if you check the second... Do you want to see the difference in the masks? Look at the first Knott's Chicken video and the second Knott's Chicken video. You can kind of see the difference in terms of how they're made and how they fit and how well I can speak in them.
Yeah, and you can actually hear yourself talk in one of these, and people can understand you, because I'm very cognizant about what fabric I pick out.
Yeah. Like that first one, but the second one makes doing videos a lot easier. If you'll wear the first one, next time I just have to do mundane chores, like, I'm going to go to the bookstore or something. But until next time, we'll hopefully do a few more food videos, me cooking at home, or...
Yeah, let's recommend some recipes. If you know any theme park recipes, please share them in the comments, and we will credit you when we do the video.
I've been sorting through things on the food blog, and some of the things are a little more on the mundane side, or some things are like ingredients where I'm like, I don't even know where to find that. So, but other things just might be fun. Even if I do them a little modified, like the churro bites, I don't actually have a Disney. I don't have a Play-Doh press, so I can't actually make the churro shape. But I could actually form little other things. I think my original idea was to make them all look like polyhedral dice, just 'cause I thought that'd be fun. Um, but we'll see what happens. And other than that, we will, like I said, we were talking about we'll eventually hit downtown Disney. And as the parks open up, we will be going there not just for food reviews, but just for a whole, hey, this is the lowdown, what you need to know. Because a lot of people don't do the what you need to know. A lot of people do the whole like, oh, I got this or I did that. It's like, well,
Hi, I'm at Disney Springs. Look
information is
at
important.
me.
If you want to go with your family, friends, or whatever, information is important. So we'll do our best with that as well. Thank you for watching, and remember to eat the magic.